Hello friend, and welcome to the slowest sim driving channel on YouTube. We're here with a new league. It's the Euro 75 league run by Race Asylum, and this is a 75-mile race series on European tracks using European Gr4 cars. We're in the Renault Megane Trophy 11. We're wearing a KTM livery just for this one race. There's a few drivers in here you might recognise. There's a few drivers who are new. Just behind us we've got Gr4, our rival. We want to be beating him, and we're going for a TCS2 launch. Once we get into second, we'll go to TCS0, jump straight onto the radar as we pass Blitz, which is great. Crazy Spaniel there, a driver we've not raced against before, is in another Megane Trophy, and we're going to try and stay ahead of him. Obviously, if there's a car that's the same as yours, you always want to be beating them, because that's when you really feel that sense of achievement. We're here on Lago Maggiore. It's the east layout, I believe, which has got lots of straights, which I'm kind of worried about. We've got some Astons up front, which I think are just going to run away with this, but we'll have to wait and see, hey? Daniel Legend and John Boy up ahead. We haven't raced against those guys either. We've got Gorilla Gaz and Rockzilla in third and second. We know those guys, and Data Michael in first. So down around us, we've got Crazy Spaniel right behind us in that other Megane. We've got JDP Gaming behind them. Oh, John Boy there getting very, very tight line. Managing to hold it. Very good. But Crazy Spaniel there sweeps past us in the other Megane. Very good. So the strategy I'm going for here is a short run on mediums. We have to use 2 tyre compounds. We're going to go for an undercut on the softs and hope that works out in our favour as Blitz gets past as well in that Rocco. And we're not going to take on any fuel because I've done a fuel run and I know we've got enough fuel to get to the end without having to put any more in. So our plan initially, as we... Ooh, bike cone. Our plan initially is just to try and get as many slipstreams as we can. Just to make the car go as far as possible, because, you know, I don't want to be moving into a lower fuel map. It's not a particularly powerful car anyway. It's just a very fuel efficient car. So we want to be staying in map 1 if we can, as I lose the back end. Whoopsie. I'm trying to avoid that that sausage there, because that is not the sort of sausage I like. The sort of sausage I like ends up in a sandwich with brown sauce on it. Oh, that's that hungry now. Gr4 there in 10th. He can stay there as far as I'm concerned, because I just want to beat him. That's my objective for today. I'm pretty sure I can't beat those guys up ahead because there are some really, really fast guys. Oh, we've got Maggiore there as well in the BMW. Mr. Consistent himself. He'll be putting in laps that are within fractions of a second of each other the entire race. I feel like if Maggiore got any faster, he would be absolutely terrifying with that consistency. I'm going to get back up the inside of Crazy Spaniel there, if we can. Lovely jabbly. JDP's going to follow us. JDP there in the Mercedes, very powerful car, a big concern in a straight line. I'm trying to get Blitzer's slipstream here, but that Scirocco is so very, very fast. The offset of that is that it burns through the front tyres very quickly. It is a front-wheel drive car. And so we're in a rear-wheel drive car, but it's also a mid-engine car. So I think the wear on this car is actually pretty good. Let's sweep forward now to lap 3. Check it out, we've got Gr4 right behind us in our slipstream. He's in the Porsche Cayman and he's on soft tyres. We're on mediums. I panic a little bit, run out wide. Yeah, I bottle it. There goes Gr4. Single pass on the radar. There he is, look. That white and green livery. Get used to seeing that, because, you know, our objective this season, beat Gr4. We've got JDP Gaming right behind us, Gr4 right in front of us. We want to be trying to stay in Gr4's slipstream as long as we can. I'm pretty sure I can outdo him on tyre usage and fuel usage. So we just need to stay as close as possible. Now, I need to apologise at this point that at some points the video will jump or stutter. I've got a hard drive problem with my PlayStation 4, which unfortunately has messed up my replays and my cockpit recordings. It's a big issue. There's a lot of videos have been affected by it, so sorry about that. Onward. Let's try and get Gr4 back if we can, or at least get right on his rear bumper. If we can frighten him off the road. Gr4, not a driver who's easy to frighten off the road, believe me. I've tried a lot. Crazy Spaniel there's falling right down to 10th. He had a mare after we got past him. Zafra on the other hand, you know, if we both pitted right now, he'd be going onto the harder tyres, I'd be going onto the softer tyres. So I think that right now, this is actually looking pretty good. I'm not too worried about being behind him. I would like to make up some more places though. I think 8's a little bit low for what we can achieve. I'm feeling very confident in this season. This season has 2 lobbies, by the way. The first lobbies were drawn randomly. After this, the top 5 will go up to lobby 1. This is lobby 2. And the bottom 5 from lobby 1 will come down to lobby 2. There you go. Lap 5. Yes. I tried to follow behind too hard. And unfortunately, I binned it. We're right back down to 10th. What can you do? What can you do? So you can just keep your head down and hope for the best. Work hard. Stick to your strategy sometimes is a good thing to do. I'm going to dive into the pits here and I'm going to start my undercut already. So we're trying to go to the end of the race on this one set of soft tyres, which might be a little bit insane, but I have been practicing driving smoothly around this track. And I think when you're trying an undercut, you know, being smooth is very important. You don't need to burn your tyres out too quickly. We're a long way back. It was lap 11 before I caught anybody else. Right at the end of lap 11, actually, out of 29. We've got Maggiore up ahead of us. He's got a penalty to serve, and in fact, he's going to serve it here and now. So that stops us from getting a slipstream from him. Good move, Mackie. Good move. We're back up to 10th. Let's try and put this undercut to use. Can we see anybody up ahead of us? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're all alone here. Sad times. But you know me. The video would end here if that was it. Crazy Spaniel, 14 seconds up ahead. Let's see if we can make some inroads to him now that we're on our soft tyres. Remember, we're in the same car. I'm not quite sure what tyres he started with. By lap 13, Gr4 had pitted. That put him 9 seconds ahead of us. And then Zafra pits off the softs. So now we get to see how has our undercut worked. Come on. Come on, Zafra going into hard tyres. So he's trying to get the Cayman all the way to the end on those tyres. But he comes out of the pits ahead of us. As well as just JDP Gaming. Now, I'm not too worried about Zafra because he's on the hard tyres. I think he actually had an issue with the rulings there. He misread them. I thought he had to use hards. So that's unfortunately going to play against him. Hopefully. Tuck in behind JDP Gaming. He's on the harder tyres, so we've got a advantage here. I think he was driving on mediums at this point. And of course those mediums are still fresh, so just for a lap or so, we might have a bit of a grace period where we can just nip past him while he's getting up to speed. This is our best shot here. This is the heaviest of the braking zones. We just sneak underneath him. Yeah, he gives us loads of space. Thank you, JDP. That was brilliant driving. Thank you for giving us all that space. Make sure there was no contact. We went as tight as we could. He went quite wide. That was brilliant. So we're up to 9th. But we're still behind Zafra. Zafra is 7.2 seconds ahead. We've got to really put our foot down. And JDP is coming along with us. He's not going to let us go. So, you know, I've got one eye on the mirrors at this point. I know I haven't got the straight line speed that perhaps we could have as Crazy Spaniel goes into the pits. So, Crazy Spaniel, was he on mediums or has he gone to mediums? He's being fed down. He's about to come out of the pits. I don't know. Well, we're all waiting with bated breath here to find out what's happening with Crazy Spaniel. He's gone into soft, so he's done exactly the same thing as me, which means he's going to have a lot of pace in these lower parts of the race. It is lap 16, 2/3 of the way through. Gr4's pitting up ahead. And also, look, at the end of the straight there, we've got the green rear end of that Porsche Cayman. We are catching Zafra, currently 4.2 seconds behind him. All right, rival, it is on. Skipping forward to lap 18, we've managed to get within 1.6 seconds of Zafra, and he goes defensive. He's seen us coming. He ticks that corner very, very tightly. I think we're just out of slipstream range here, so I'm still relying on my tyre advantage in the corners to try and drag me into contention. The Porsche Cayman has such a great straight line speed advantage that it's terrifying. You'll see it very soon. Actually, that's a great view. Absolutely lovely. This is a section of track I was really happy with the Megane. I thought we got through here every single lap very cleanly, which really did help to get us onto the back end of that Porsche. 1.4 seconds, we're coming for you, Zafra, we're coming. Although I got a little bit overexcited there and went a bit wide. So we're not coming on this lap, but we are coming. With 7 in the background there, you can see Rockzilla, who pitted. Rockzilla was phenomenally fast at this track. You'll have seen in the previous videos, Rockzilla is just so fast. So I had that in the back of my mind. I know he was going to be coming through at some point. 1.2 seconds behind Zafra now. Really want to get into his slipstream for the main straight, otherwise he's just going to pull away from us again. But you can see how the grip advantage is playing out now. Under a second. Just reeling in on those corners. He's really got no confidence in those hard tyres. And I don't blame him. I did do a test on the hard tyres here and I found them to be very inadequate. The grip level was very poor. Zafra, by the way, only got called up for this at the last minute, so he wasn't really prepared. But you know, we still want to beat him, don't we? That's the plan. Prepared or not. So we are right on his bumper now. Half a second. Can we get him? Can we get that 6th place? Incidentally, if either of us get 5th place, we're moving up to Lobby 1. So that's interesting, but it would mean that one of us wouldn't be racing the other, so... I don't know, mixed feelings about that. Coming down to the heaviest braking zone. Can we get past him? We can't. You know, we got half a second and he just pulls away from us here because of that power advantage. So it's going to be really tactical trying to get past him. Probably not going to be able to do it in the place that we normally do it, which is down towards Big Banky Boy. What we're going to have to do is see if we can outdo him in these fast corners, perhaps. Here we go. We've got some fast corners here. Can we do it? Looks like the Cayman holding the line very well through there. We're holding the line better. We're going through much tighter, and I think the Renault looks far more controlled than the Porsche. In fact, you can hear the tyres squealing on the Porsche. So he's obviously got some major issues there with his grip. We've dropped JDP Gaming by about 2.5 seconds now, so we're not too worried about that. Look, we've just lost 2 seconds behind this car. Shows you just how much Zafra was struggling on the tyres at this point. Come on, little Renault. Let's do it. This again is that section where I was so happy with the way the Renault was performing. It was just dancing around the curbs. Look at that. Forget that curb. Who needs that curb? That corner? No, not bothered about that corner. Just want the maximum speed through there. Bit of a slingshot. Can we do it? Can we do it? 0.2 of a second difference. Pop out the slipstream. But there's just so much power on that Cayman. I just can't stay with it. As soon as I'm out of the slipstream, I just slow straight down and, you know, well, you see what happens. It's so frustrating. Lap 21. There's not much race left to go. We need to do something about this Porsche. I need to do something definitive, because with that straight line speed advantage, it could easily come back at us if we get past. It's a great battle, but it's all about. I've said it before in other videos, I'd rather have a great dogfight than a high finish, and this is a great dogfight. Powerful car versus grippy car. What more could you ask for? Try and go around the outside onto the main straight. Get my foot in. It was pretty good actually. We got a good run, we got a good turn of speed off that. It's a drag race. Yes, we're drag racing against the Porsche. What are we doing? But we do force Zafra to go in very tightly, which cost him a lot of speed. Oof. Suits you, sir. I actually went too fast there. I had to back out a little bit. So, you know, that's life. JDP Gaming now catching up. He took half a second out of us. That's a concern. Come on, Renault. Come on. Heading down towards Big Banky Boy yet again. How long do I have to stare at the back end of this car? We're going for it. We're going for it. Gr4 gives us plenty of space. And we're in front, but don't count your chickens yet, because Gr4's got a lot of power. More power than us coming up this hill. He knows it. We know it. And he's right on our back end. He's right in our slipstream. We've got to do something about this. Behind us, Rockzilla right up with JDP Gaming. So he's going to be trying to come through very, very soon. It's all very, very tense. It's all kicking off. This section I knew would be faster than Gr4 through here. Then I've got a tyre advantage. And we just managed to get a little bit of breathing space. Because we didn't want to on our rear bumper on this section of the circuit. Blitz there, pits, and it looks like we're in 5th. But when it comes out of the pits, we're actually not in 5th. It was an error on the timing screen. So, you know, we're not going to catch Blitz. He's got fresh tyres on that Rocco. He's gone. So I got all excited there for a moment, but it's not happening. We've got 6 laps left. Can we keep Gr4 behind us, is the question. Behind Gr4, it looks like Rockzilla's got past JGP Gaming, so he's going to be attacking Gr4. That's good for us. That's really good news. You can see there, Rockzilla and Gr4 battling, so we've got some breathing space, I suppose. And we can start thinking about maybe conserving a little bit of grip. Here you see Rockzilla goes for the move on Gr4. We're right in front of them, and we're not getting away from this group. At this point, I think we've had the best of the softs. So now we need to be thinking about strategy. Rockzilla's through on Gr4. And a plan forms. I'm actually going to let Gr4 through. Sorry, I'm not. I'm going to let Rockzilla through. And I'm going to use Rockzilla's slipstream to try and pull away from Gr4. That is my plan. As crazy as it sounds. But I don't lose any time doing it, so I'm not going to do it just yet. You can see Blitz there. He's nearly 7 seconds ahead of us already. That's Scirocco. Absolute lightning. Lap 24. Rockzilla's already jumped straight on the back of us. We need to make this move decisive. I think the best place to do it is going to be down in Big Banky Boy, because obviously he's going to get past us there. There's nothing we can do about that. Look at him absolutely mugging me. And unfortunately he's dragging Gr4 along as well. So this isn't over. We're going to move over, we're going to brake early, and we're going to let Rockzilla fly by. What I didn't expect was that Gr4 was going to be braking so late, and unfortunately he hits us. And I think that may have been my fault for braking a little bit early. Obviously Gr4 is used to how I drive. But honestly, look at my tyres. I'm having to brake early. There's nothing I can do about that. It does cause Gr4 to fall back. I wanted him to fall back because of the slipstream. I didn't want him to fall back because he'd run into the back of me. So I've apologised for that. It's all cool. We're okay. The rivalry continues. We're in 7th, which isn't a bad position really, because there's some very fast guys here. We've got Gr4, JTP, Maggiore and Crazy Spaniel behind us. And that's a pretty good start to the season. And of course, after this, we're going to have a more equal split of drivers. Because the Fast 5 are going to move up to Lobby 1. This is the final lap now. Rockzilla's pulled away. We've pulled away from Gr4, which is why I skipped it forward so much. As you can see, the tyres are falling to bits. The fuel gauge is flashing wildly at me. But this is it. One more turn to go. Just don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Don't go too wide. There's grass there. Hit the throttle. And that is a good day at the office. I think I'll accept 7th for this first race in this league. Look at that. The Vantages absolutely creamed everybody else there. And we ended up in a Cayman sandwich. I hope you'll enjoy this league as much as I'm enjoying it. And I hope you'll join me again for more races as well as the Euro 75. Like and subscribe if you don't mind. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.